dark pigment and eyes, and looking up at its owner.
Yesterday saw prejudging, and there were 3 sections of dogs split into approximately 10 or 11.
Now representing Indonesia, the Jack Russell Terrier, Sandy Diamond Arishem the Judge. Now this is a breed which has had classes at Crufts for the first time. We had marvellous entry, and the public have really taken to them. So here's one that was Dog of the Year in Indonesia. Owned by Antony Vijaya. Although they're a breed which was native to the United Kingdom, they were developed as show dogs in Australia, but they look as though they've taken off all over the world as show dogs.
But still, when you look at that, every bit the little working terrier, you can imagine that one, instead of pristine white, scruffy as anything, down a hole, ratting in the barn.
Going to ground, yes, and there's a beautiful top line and tail. Yes. Great.
Super little show dog.
In the breed rings for the very first time in Crufts, so it's wonderful to see one represented in the Eukanuba World Challenge as well.
The Jack Russell Terrier.
Stepping out with style. The public have taken the Jack Russell to their heart at Crufts this year. I think they've been very popular.
So next, representing Portugal, a hound this time. This is Yogi Bear de Sete Minhos. Yogi for short. He's a dog. He's owned by Raquel Calachau. Is it Calachau?
Yes, Calachau, who's handling here, actually. Yeah. And bred in the famous kennel of Jose Hamem de Mello, a famous breeder.
A heavy-built dog, but nonetheless one that should be able to look like he could do a day's work.
And here's another one that's won all over Europe, a multi-group winner and best in show winner. He's travelled to Malta, Portugal, where he's won best in show. The Basset Hound, although they're quite sturdily built, they have to have ground clearance so they can move well, and they have to be athletic. Nothing exaggerated or cumbersome about them.
Super level top line on the move, this one, and just look at that stern going. White tip on the end, so it doesn't matter where he's hunting, you're going to be able to see him.
And it's thought that those long ears encased the scent when they had the heads down working.
Looks like he's got a pair of chamois leathers there. Now representing Italy, we have the Maltese.
Now this is a famous dog, Cincinetta Ian Summerhalder. He's almost 4 now, Dog of the Year in Italy, a Best in Show winner in the United Kingdom as well. He's bred by Franco Prosperi in Italy, but shown here by Javier Gonzalez Mendicote, who's the usual handler for him. This wonderfully glamorous Maltese with his white silky coat, dark pigmentation. You can see why he's caught the judge's eye in all the countries he's been to.
Yes, confirmed a champion in Spain, Croatia, Portugal, Russia, Finland, the UK, Slovenia, Greece, Cyprus and Switzerland. That's quite a roll call.
And actually a few years ago, this dog's father won the toy group at Crufts. So he's following in family footsteps. This dark pigmentation around the eye rims and the nose and the lips, which sets off all of the white breeds. Now, this is looking really well. This level top line, the tail carried over the back. I think he's looking the part tonight. Beautiful outline and balance, rock steady in the top line. A small dog, but full of personality and confidence.
And just look at that expression, the determination on that little face. We were so impressed with this dog in the semi-finals last night, weren't we? From South Korea, this is Dice Major League, Pop-A-Top, Roll of the Dice, a British Bulldog.
And the standard asked for a sour mug expression, and that's exactly what we've got there.
And of course, he's shown differently from the others. He's not stood side on, he's face on to the judge, because the judge wants to see that bulldog head and that wide set front,
and
all
the wide
power.
front with the low centre of gravity, so they could stand the ground against bulls originally when they were bulldogs. And
such a free-moving one, this. This is representing South Korea, of course. Belongs to Ji-sung-koo, handled by Jin-woo Lee in the ring.
And this dog has won in the United States, China, the Philippines and Thailand. Marvellous career he's had. And a great personality. Look at him standing his ground there.
Always face on to the judge so he can get the most impressive angle on this breed.
And I think a crowd favourite here. So absolutely chilled out in the atmosphere of the big ring.
He looks like he's taking a trot down to the park, doesn't he? He's not remotely concerned about any of this. Super looking dog.
Beautifully clean eyes, big nostrils, which are important for the shorter faced breeds.
All of these dogs are here tonight.
Now, what a contrast from the British Bulldog to the Russian representative. Evac's watermark. This is Pitt, a toy poodle.
And he's only 20 months of age, so he's done very well and a great career. He's handled here by Natalia Mankova, who bred him and owns him and co-owns him with Anna Stepkina. And they come from Russia, but he's also won in Czechoslovakia, and he's had 11 best in shows all round Europe. Now, if you want a show dog, the poodle's hard to beat. They love the show ring, this short back, this long neck, the tail carried high, and great driving action. This is a beautiful, beautiful profile and type on this toy poodle.
Because, of course, there's so much more to a poodle than that coat. People at home often tend to dismiss them because of the fancy coat. In fact, they are the most intelligent, outgoing, fantastic companions poodle. They're brilliant little dogs.
And, of course, the toy poodle is a miniaturized breed, and they come down from a duck retriever. The standard poodle we used originally as duck retrievers. So we'll talk about those later in the utility group. Very stylish.
And the last of our competitors now, representing Mexico appropriately, this is Sonito Sanosfilo Sanchez, a Chihuahua.
Now, they may be the smallest breed in the world, but they don't know that. They're full of confidence. They can take on anything, and they're unabashed with any situation. Here he is, this little Chihuahua with the domed skull, this large flared ears, and those big dark eyes.
And of course they come in two different coat types. The longer coat, this is a short coat. Nothing to hide there.
And the tail carried like a little scimitar over the back with a lovely level top line.
Might be the smallest in this ring, but certainly full of self-importance. That's it, get yourself together to move nicely. Very excited.
The final contender from Mexico.
Well,
So there we have our Mexican representative, the Chihuahua. All have now been looked at by our judge, Laurent Pichard. And then he will decide who is going to win the Eukanuba World Challenge for 2017. Quality dogs in that lineup,
yes,
Frank.
I think he's going to have his work cut out here, and very experienced, Laura, and I think that Maltese looks marvellous tonight, and the Bulldog also. Look, everything. He could go anywhere because they're all full of quality.
All, of course, top dogs in their own right in the countries they're representing here tonight.
I think he's going to send them round. Here he'll take...
That will have been the purpose of bringing them in size order, so you don't have a greyhound running down a Chihuahua. They're all going to take a final turn of this big ring.
This is where the judge will be looking at their top lines, their reach in the front movement, that they're getting the hocks well underneath them. A rather different type of movement from the Chow, but it's breed typical movement, and that's important. And there is the little Bichon.
All of these competitors, look at them, just lifting themselves that little bit in response to the audience, because, of course, they're show dogs.
Yes.
These dogs have been shown all over the world. They know when they're doing well.
And there is the Maltese. He looks marvellous tonight, and so does this Bulldog. Look at that for cool customer.
What a wonderful representative of one of these shorter face breeds, so sound.
And the cheeky Chihuahua.
He doesn't know he's the smallest in there.
Last but not least, in self-importance.
Can I please ask Jose to come now into the ring? He's the Eukanuba World Challenge Show Chairman. He's going to collect the decision from the judge.
So here we go. Final decisions time. We think we're going to get third, second, and then first. Hold that moment.
So this is building up to a climax now. Big prize for the winner.
And there's the trophy in the foreground. Who's it going to be handed to?
Now I see.
Awards to be presented by Judge Lauren Pichard include the first runner-up, who will be awarded a prize of €1,500. The next, the runner-up will be chosen with a prize of €2,500. And finally, the Eukanuba World Challenge Champion. This winner will be awarded a prize of €7,500. And the Kennel Club of the winning dog will be presented with a cheque of €3,500.
So a prestigious prize.
And we're going to see the third place, that's the second runner-up. So we'll see the third place dog coming out first.
We will now invite all finalists for a final
Oh. They're making us wait.
There they go. Well, he knows who's good. In Laurent's own mind, he knows he's given out the awards to the commentators. So this is just a lap of honour for all of them, all 11 who are left. Remember?
And of course, all such deserving winners. They're top dogs in the countries they represent here tonight. They've got nothing to prove, but how fantastic that we get the opportunity to see all of these international top dogs together in the same ring.
And what's your eye telling you, Jessica? Any favourites
well,
here?
I have a hugely soft spot for that bulldog. I think the Russian poodle looks absolutely superb tonight. Little Jack Russell.
And the Maltese looks marvellous,
yes.
I think, from here anyway. We're not in the ring, but...
We haven't got our hands on the dogs, exactly. We're only looking from ringside. Here we go, the boards are out. Oh my goodness, and
first runner-up for the Eukanuba World Challenge, Simon Luxmore, the chairman of the Kennel Club, who will be presenting our runner-up.
So here comes Simon Luxmore, chairman of the Kennel Club, who's going to present
and Rafael de Santiago,
runner-up, effectively third
Vice
place.
President, Pet Europe Spectrum Brands, owner of Eukanuba, who will bring the World Challenge Trophy from Eukanuba. Give them a round of applause.
Suitably gigantic checks propped up against the boards there.
So, first runner-up of the Eukanuba World Challenge 2016. In third place is...
Big fanfare, who's it going to be?
The English Bulldog!
Oh, fantastic. So the Bulldog is in there.
Marvellous. Great favourite of the crowd. He put on a great show. Marvellous for the breed to have a healthy, sound representative like this. Getting €1,500. That'll buy him a bit of dog food to last him, I think, Jessica.
Or his airfare.
In second place is the Toy Poodle from Russia.
Yes, the Toy Poodle's in there. Oh,
Jessica, you're spot on. The Toy Poodle. Now, marvellous, only a young dog, 20 months of age. All the way from Russia. Clever breeders in Russia.
Evax watermark.
Now, Jessica,
going to be the winner?
Maltese or Chow, what do you think? There where I'm leaning myself.
Do you want to know the winner?
Do you want to know the winner?
Oh.
The Eukanuba World Challenge 2016 trophy. It goes to... representing Italy. It's
It
the
is the
Maltese.
Maltese.
Oh, marvellous. Marvellous. Put on a faultless show. A beautiful dog. Look at that.